Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is our Beast Tamer Bard build, episode 49? 49. My god, 49. Holy shit. We're heading to Chili Creek. Quick save. Actually, we're not going to quick save. We're going to hard save. I'll never find that. Chili. Ahoy. And head on in. Okay, a direwolf just died up here. Good to know.
Let's see if I can sneak around.
A bright future awaits us. Ugh. Did I mess up again?
My tail is restless.
Yes.
Are we ready to move out?
Yes.
Get. Pretty good over there.
Ask nicely.
Something wrong?
Like Shield of Faith or something for
I
him.
wonder why. Oh, yes. What?
We'll win this, one way or the other.
One way or the other. Uh-oh. Alright. Feel pretty okay about that? Look at these fucking ducks. Alright. Hello, Journo. Journo walks thoughtfully around the grove. He pauses in front of a few trees, lingering there for some time. He seems to be examining something carefully. At the sound of his footsteps, he turns around abruptly, but the anxious expression on his face quickly gives way to an amiable smile. Commander, so good to see you. Found time to visit our quiet backwater after all. Could be mistaken, but it looked like you were frightened by my arrival. Oh no, you startled me, that's all. My overactive imagination. I still can't get used to living in such a small village. The town where I grew up was a good deal larger, and it was located near a trade route, so there were always lots of new faces. Plenty of people bustling around. Here, though, it's different. The moment you step outside the village, you're all alone. You can walk for miles in any direction with only the birds and animals for company. This is, of course, the way Erastil teaches us to live, but, truth be told, it still makes me feel somewhat uncomfortable. Are you looking at those trees? See for yourself. He points to one of the branches, and among the leaves you notice a small doll made of grass and seaweed, tied with blue ribbon. Keep finding them here in the grove. I think it's some kind of local ritual. I've asked the villagers to tell me what it means, but they won't give me an answer. Just don't understand the reason for all this secrecy. How do you like living in the village? I'm getting used to the way of things. I still get the occasional sidelong glance from the locals, but that's not surprising. After all, I'm just some stranger who decided to show up without an invitation and settle down in the village. But the church warned us about this. Such caution is to be expected at first. I just have to do my best to earn their trust. I heal, I purify water, I give blessings. Sooner or later, they will accept me as one of their own. So quiet here. War makes you forget what peace feels like. I understand. My time in Canabras gave me a small taste of war. I only had to live through it for a few days, but I know the horrors I witnessed will haunt my nightmares for years to come. Don't touch that! I cannot imagine how hard it is for those like yourself, soldiers who have given their lives to this cause. The priest places a hand on his heart. You have chosen to fight there in order to protect our peaceful and quiet life here. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. What do the locals think of Erastil? They're indifferent. They are pragmatic people, you know. They don't have time for theology. If old Deadeye helps them survive, that's good enough for them. You know, some priests get overzealous with sermons. They demand that people pray, observe all the rituals, make sacrifices. And then those priests, all holy and pious, are surprised when locals kick them out of the village, right into the nearest ditch. The priest laughs. I was taught differently. First, you have to prove your worth. You have to show them why you and your deity are useful. Only after they begin to trust you and start asking questions about your faith that you can really share your beliefs. Then you can tell them all about old Deadeye and his teachings. Nice. That's as it should be. Well then, will you show me around the village? Of course, let's go. You'll meet the locals, see how we live. You'll even manage to get some peace and quiet, temporary respite from hardships of war. Seems
I will help where I can.
unlikely.
I can handle it.
Why is the horse still, like... This place seems fucking idyllic.
Can't make the demons wait.
The light take you!
Not trying to kill that fucking elk.
Beautiful. Let's see what we can do.
Wing staff. Silver chain. Slave. Interesting.
Here we go.
Oh shit. Watch out for those huge teeth. Don't let them catch you. Aim for a throat and belly. Fewer scales there. What the fuck is going on here? Don't be afraid, everyone. We fought ones bigger than this. You have?
Can we retreat already?
Y'all just fight hydras on the reg? Barehanded? That seems like a bad idea. My god.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Right.
You should have listened to reason.
Oof, ow. Assuming I can't just sleep this thing. It's exhausted. Huh. Oh, let's try to sleep it. Oh, it succeeded on its will saving throw. It only has a +5. It rolled well. Unfortunate. Nothing happened there. Okay.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Gotcha. Okay, here we go.
You won't survive me.
Nice. Couldn't take off fighting defensively.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Nice. Fucking just, we fight hydras here. Okay. Sure. This is the village that fights hydras, casually. Hell'll teach you to mess with us. A man with green eyes, the broad shoulders of a swimmer, and the calloused hands of a fisherman shakes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Something's got 'em all worked up. That's the second time they've crawled out this month. So let 'em come. A woman, her eyes the shade of green, the same shade of green as the fisherman, smiles at you. Not the first time, and it won't be the last. What's it matter? They can't hurt us, and we use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. What do you mean they can't hurt you? They bodied a dude. Oh, never mind. It's just a flesh wound. This guy, this one covered in blood, was bodied, but apparently he's doing okay. Markill, Melissa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Kajak, the commander of the Crusade. He's the one I told you about. Ah, a real hero in our little backwater. I think something is going on here. You don't just fight hydras in a backwater, y'all. It's so nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone important come to visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. This is not ordinary lives. Yeah. Hydras are usually far more dangerous. That beast was not at its full strength. I can tell you have an eye for such things. Of course he does. He's the commander of the Crusade. Probably could tell you all that. He probably could have told you all that with his eyes shut. Alessa smiles at you. It's all thanks to our mother, Icy Rill. She takes care of her children. Won't let anyone hurt them. She fills our nets with fish and drives away the monsters. Is this gonna be a hag? That's right. If she doesn't drive the beast away, she'll weaken them, so we can kill them and harvest their hides. Icy Rill, who is that? Right here. Markill nods towards the river. Did you think this was the Selen? No. It'd take you half a day's rowing before you reach that river. Big, to be sure, and very important. The Selen flows through at least a dozen countries. But where would the great Selen be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little streams and creeks, such as our dear Icy Rill? Okay. The people of Chili Creek hold the river in great reverence. The priest's observation is a matter of fact, but you notice his voice seems a bit strained. Oh, like godlike reverence? How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river. From the wedding wreath we send down its stream to the funeral boat that floats away on the waters when the time comes. Our mother, Icy Rill, feeds us, gives us water, protects us. With a kind smile, Markill casts a sidelong glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our Icy Rill is right here. Treat her with respect. Oh. The two of you look very much alike. I assume you're related? Right you are. Markill ruffles Melissa's hair. She laughs and tweaks his nose. She's my little sister. Takes after our granny. May her memory never fade. Always restless, couldn't sit still. Melissa is just the same. Always up to something. Took after our grandpa. May the river silt river silt be his featherbed. As brave as he was, and just as stubborn. You two looked very confident when you were giving orders to the other villagers during the fight. Are you two in charge here? Well, how should I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon, so if some nasty creature comes crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But when it comes to fishing or fixing nets, we'll be the ones following orders. Not an army. There are no officers here. We'll live together, solve our problems together, serve the Icy Rill together. Although, truth be told, it's only been in the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept to themselves, and no one wanted to go poking their nose into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels. But after money and goods began to flow in the village, they changed their minds. Neat. Are they cult leaders? They're cult leaders, aren't they? Oh no. Oh no, there's a demon involved. Or maybe a devil. Yes. The village has been growing. We're getting to see all sorts of things we had only ever heard about before. The year before last, we had a fair. People came all the way from Canabras to attend. Then a priest came. Never seen one of those before in these parts. Now, who'd have thought? The commander of the crusade has decided to pay us a visit. What are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? A shadow passes over Markill's face and he looks away. There's nothing much to tell, really. An old local custom. It's just a ritual, Melissa adds in a low voice. No one seems willing to share any further details with you. How's life in the village, now that you got a priest? Not much has changed, Markill shrugs and smiles amiably. He's a good lad, does some healing, never bothers us with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. Gotta do what you gotta do. He also knows lots of songs, and when he sings, it makes you want to sit and listen. Melissa smiles archly at the priest, and he blushes. Aha! Interesting. The royal wound is not that far away. Have you never been attacked by demons? I don't like either of you. Wow. No, never seen any. Mother Icy Real keeps us safe. She never lets such abominations get near us. I have to go. Back to the front. Melissa shakes her head sadly. I can't even imagine the nightmarish creatures you have to fight there. This is weird. There's definitely some shit that's up here. Obviously, right? Like, ooh, Hydra. I like it. Potion of Vanish. Interesting.
This is my kind of work.
Oppressor's gloves. These gloves grant their wearer a +2 bonus on persuasion skill checks made to intimidate. In addition, whenever the wearer of these gloves confirms a critical hit, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty on saving throws against mind-affecting conditions for 2 rounds. Might be able to put those on us? Sure, why not? I'm so curious as to what's actually going on here.
I can handle it.
It never be as it seems. Got a little wall. I see.
Can't make the demons wait. Beautiful.
Dire Wolf.
I was never good at stealth, but I'll try.
I'm all ears.
Whatever.
Endure this.
Into the fray!
Distract them from me.
Mind over muscle.
My bad.
Make every strike count.
Whoopsie doodle.
Let's see what we can do.
Skin. Collect.
Here we go.
Megaloceros. Pretty sure we can just kill those things.
Time to share your treasures.
You've crossed
I
the
won't
wrong
let you hurt
mongrel.
my friends.
The light. Take you.
Surrender or
I'm done with you.
Raw. Corrupted animal meat.
I can handle it.
Oh, that's a fucking plagued Smilodon.
Learn.
Can't make the demons wait. Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
I'm gonna try this again. You won't survive me.
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Alright. No. Note to self, that was maybe a little ambitious. The one Smilodon I do not feel too terrible about. The two Smilodon and the big ass bear
Beautiful.
was
Watch and
maybe
learn.
a bit much.
Ask nicely.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and mirror image up, and we are going to probably conceal the horse.
No, air.
I'm all ears. You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Yet another obstacle.
Drop a displacement on himself. No! Fucking bear. Okay. I don't think I can do this to the bear because it's mind affecting. So these things are undead. So there's nothing I can do to them in her case. So we're just gonna haste.
Air. Rite.
Back the fuck up. Please stop ignoring my fucking. Kill this fucker.
You won't survive me.
Fuck. You guys don't have. Do they have crazy high? They have damage reduction 5, excepting for slashing. So. Oof. Low fucking roll. But leopards do good against these. Generally. They don't have a lot of HP, or they don't have a lot of AC. They slash, so we're good against that.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
That's abysmal. Ha pa 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 pa. So we get 2 rays now. Nice. Very nice. Turn that off.
Cover me, all right?
This is not my time yet.
Not super great. We can get displacement on him. Maybe that'll keep him alive. Nope. Fucking A. These fucking Smilodons! God damn it. They just fucking ignore people and run around your front line. God, pain in the ass. What? Actually, instead, might do,
What's going on here?
I won't let you hurt my friends.
fine. Like, again, if they kill these, cool, great, fantastic.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Cool. Sweet. Where's the other one? Yes, fantastic. Hasty. These leopards are legitimately just here for bodies. Doing okay, though. A fair chunk of damage. That's good.
More wine.
Heyo, how's it going, Jake? Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for the bits, man. Do you have a good one so far? Here's hoping. Let's charge this. Oof, my goodness. Fucking bar.
Cover me, all right? Huh.
Nice sneak attack damage there.
You won't survive.
Lots of food and too much family. That's fair. That is very fair. Please flambe this fucker. Goodness gracious. That was too many times around the fucking block on that.
This war must end.
Esmith, Axeth, yes. Esmith, Axeth, yes.
You tune in while you're fighting a prehistoric critter? Well, you know, like, fucking Smilodons have been kicking my ass half the night. Smilodons and gargoyles have been fucking just brutalizing me tonight. The Smilodons in this game are souped up killing machines. They are very, very, very strong. Well, not as a combo. I haven't been fighting them at the same time. It's just the two things that have been giving me trouble tonight.
Here we go.
The Inheritor,
We're interested
guide
in
my
killing all of these
blade.
fucking elks. Or all of these megalocerises. That's an odd patch of water there. A blood vial, you say? Oh my. Is this the new DLC or still base game? This is still base game. The DLC stuff doesn't really add a whole lot. It's just a little DLC.
No time for
Oh,
debates.
fuck. Is that a Smilodon or is that a direwolf? That's just a direwolf. Or it's an alpha wolf. And some ferocious wolves. Interesting. Yeah, the new DLC there's one DLC that adds a couple of portraits, which is kind of just whatever. And then there's another DLC that adds a new quest line. So not a whole lot added into the game, but it is what it is. Try to sleep this alpha wolf. Oh, my goodness. He succeeded. That's unfortunate.
Endure this.
They are wolves, though, so probably not a big deal.
The light, take you.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
I'll remove this obstacle. Surrender or else.
Ferocious wolf.
Make every strike count.
What gonna say?
I got this.
Oh, nope. Cancel. Fuck. Yeah, run away. I forgot he's on his fucking staff.
Distract them from me.
You should have listened to reason.
Could have listened to reason. He did not.
Too late for apologies.
Too late to apologize.
Crossed the wrong mongrel.
Alright, game, you don't have to make them fucking whimper. They're coming at me. They're wolves. They attack. Piss off. I had the option of like, ooh, feed the wolves a little bit and they'll be your friend, then I'd have done that. And yeah, right. Well, we just went
Let's see
and
what we can do.
did all that for seemingly no reason. I was really expecting that there was going to be, like, something hidden up there. But there was not. Maybe someone in the village will be like, we've been having a problem with wolves lately. And I'll be like, not anymore. Look, the commander's here. Welcome back. Please stay here for as long as you'd like. Okay, let's talk a whole bunch of words. How are things going in the village? Yeah, not much happens in the village. I'm sure you have a lot of stuff going on, and stuff is always happening in the cities and on the front lines, but things are pretty quiet out here. But let's see, what's the latest news from our little village? Well, we went fishing and caught some ruff. They were big too, nice and plump. Fat as piglets, I tell you. What else? Weevils have eaten through our carrots. They gobbled up everything down to the last stalk. Then the other day, old Breg went up to fix his roof and took a hard fall. If it hadn't been for Jurnaw and his prayers, he'd have kicked the bucket by now, no doubt about that. Must think it's ridiculous to call any of this news. Also, Jurnaw is just downright wonderful. I don't know, maybe his prayers are working, or maybe he just has a lucky touch, but whenever he blesses me, I always catch a boatload of fish. Also, he sings like a... Enough already. Markle frowns. Jurnaw this, Jurnaw that. It's all I ever hear you talk about. Ooh, there's some jealousy going on between the siblings. You worship any deities here? Faith, religions, deities. With all due respect to Jurnaw, no one out here has time for such things. Maybe people in the city can go around saying prayers and listening to sermons, but in a backwater place like this, we're just doing all we can to survive. There's only one provider and protector for us. Mother, Icy Rill. Yeah, the river doesn't care about prayers or sacrifices. If Icy Rill wants something in exchange for her help, she just takes it without asking. Melissa stares pensively at a piece of driftwood as it's carried away by the current. Okay. We already know they're related. Already asked this. Oh, this is slightly new. He's a good man. He came all this way to live with us, even though he had never met us before. His religious beliefs, well, they're his own business. But life in the village became a lot more fun after he arrived. That's all that really matters. He's a good singer, and he knows lots of stories. All the best ones are about you, actually. How you cleverly defeated all the demons in Canabras. He sings you his little songs, and you hang on his every word. Marco pretends to scowl as he teases his sister. He's a good man, no question. But still, he's not one of us. Be better off finding yourself someone from the village, instead of spending all your time with him boating up and down the river. Yeah, nobody asked you. Fair. What are the grass stalls that hang around the trees? Okay. It's an old ritual. Never been attacked. When crusaders are near the world wound, they often experience nightmares when they sleep. Do you have any trouble with nightmares here? I know what you're talking about, if I'm honest. I sleep like a dead man, nothing to complain about. Okay. Okay. They talk as one. Gotcha. We've read that one. Chickens. Get the chickens.
This is my kind of work.
Yeah? The fairy just like... I would laugh if there was honestly just nothing wrong with this village. Notes of a traveling priest against the coven. Do not think we've read this. This is a fucking long ass one too. A traveling healer should enjoy a careless day of rest now and then. That is what I was thinking when I accepted an invitation to a wedding feast at a small Mendevian village near the Ostrovian forest. It was a hot summer, so the tables were set outdoors in the middle of an apple orchard. I was seated between a sullen girl of about 15 and a cheerful old lady with a few scars on her face. The simple village dishes smelled wonderful. Musicians were playing cheerful tunes and slowly getting drunk, and the groom was glowing. The bride sat staring at the table with her blue eyes ever so often, wondering to her flower crown. A frightening, unsteady howl came from somewhere beyond the orchard and broke the idyll. I turned to my elder neighbor with a silent question in my eyes. It's Nelika's dog, the bride's. Mad last night and won't stop howling, so locked it up in the barn. Jealous of her mistress, no doubt. I quickly got up, and the adolescent girl who sat behind me followed along. It wasn't difficult to find and untie the dog. It was a huge shepherd, and it jumped up to greet me, apparently sensing the power and goodness of my faith. He whimpered quietly, almost crying. Then he ran outside and led us with him. We went down to a ravine in the shadows beneath some weeping willows. We were greeted by sad blue eyes gazing at us from a dead pale face. The body of Nelika, the bride who we'd seen at the feast just a few moments ago, had been pinned against the trunk of an old day tree by some horrible force. The dog sat at her feet and howled again. I ran back rapidly, praying to the goddess. I know a monster that likes to kill young women to take on their appearances and destroy their family. These monsters worship powerful demon lords, the very embodiment of chaos, abomination, and evil. The powers of a humble healer would hardly be enough to stand against such an opponent, but how could I leave those people in such peril? I collected myself as I approached the doors of the bedroom, where they'd already taken the young couple. I flung open the door and exhaled the words of a prayer. An unnaturally large creature stood over the young man's body. It yelped at the blow that my prayer had dealt and turned around immediately. Shimmering, steely gray skin, monstrous claws, ugly features. It was an Anis, the most horrible of hags. The illusion that made her look like Nelika had fallen, and the bride's flower crown set mockingly on the matted hair of her huge head. She raised her hand, preparing to cast her spell on me, but a shaggy shadow leapt from behind my back and pinned the hag to the ground, clenching its fangs around her throat. The dog had come to avenge his owner. Hags don't hunt alone. Behind my back there was another Anis from the coven, who had pretended to be the old lady at the table. The terrible claw reached out to me, but halted midair. "You!" The hag whispered, baffled, and immediately fell from a blow to the throat. The adolescent girl wiped the blood from her hand and winked at me. Her eyes were different colors. One was blue and the other was green. Family matters. Well, priestess, shall we go check on the poor groom? Alas, the happy village wedding turned into a funeral for the dead. Nelika and her elder relative, whom the hags had killed to sneak into the feast. At least we were able to save the groom. I was staring at the young man's icy eyes and the shaggy dog sitting at his feet, and I knew they wouldn't be staying much longer in the village. Soon the Mendevian Crusaders would have a new recruit, and his dog in their ranks. 2 more souls with a grudge against demons and those who follow them. Before leaving the village, I visited the girl, a foundling cared for by the village herb woman. "Why did you decide to go against the coven?" I asked her softly. "I was born 15 years ago, after a similar wedding. Hags often bear the children they conceive after killing the bride and taking her place in the groom's bed. Such children usually follow in their mother's footsteps. But I decided I preferred to be human." I nodded. I might have not been able to rest carelessly at a celebration, but this was worth it. The child of a monster had stepped onto the path of redemption, spared the world from the very evil that had spawned her. It's really fucking cool. Actually, that's a cool story.
I can handle it.
Veil of positive energy. What? Godspeed salad.
Can't make the demons wait.
Super excited. Gotta check that. Godspeed salad, you say? Copy recipe. I don't know why I keep accidentally picking up those shields. Is this really all that's going on in this village?
You are my favorite aide. I agree.
My goodness. How strange. I'm gonna talk to Jurna, and we're hopefully gonna get some information. This is the way we live out here. We're not wealthy, but things are at least relatively quiet. Why were you examining those trees back in the grove? These little dolls. Okay. You like living in the village? Ask all these questions. Ah, some of them have already accepted me as one of their own. Melissa really likes my songs. We see each other every day. Either she'll come to see me or I'll go pay them a visit. Arkle always frowns when he watches us together, but she doesn't seem to care at all. She just laughs sweetly and stares at me with those big green eyes. You know, there was a reason Erastil guided me to this village. Meeting this woman was worth the long journey, the horrors of Canabras, the hardships of a fisherman's life. Quiet here. Huh. There really
Let's see what we
nothing
can
else
do.
going on here. Wow.
Here we go.
Huh. I get the feeling that this is not going to stay the same. But who knows? Maybe I am incorrect.
I
This
can handle it.
this just seems so peaceful. Very surprising. Onwards we go, I guess. How strange, Odie. How strange, Odie. That was a big paw, boy. You could have got me. You could have got me. I don't care, Pop Pop. I'll fucking get you, Pop Pop. Let's rest up.
Due to
We're
the
need to-
proximity to the world wound, many inhabitants of Canabras are suspicious of tieflings. Tiefling boy, tell me, what are tieflings doing to change public opinion? How are they dealing with this problem?
We pinch stuff from people who really don't like us. We rob from other people too, but we don't clean them out in the same way. That's like justice, right?
No! No, it's not. Doofa doofa. Alright, this really bothers me that there's something here and I can't trigger another fucking perception check.
Can we retreat already?
Cultist Slayer? Baphomet Cultist. Yeah, whatever. You know what? Actually, he's got a +3 will save. See if I can just kill him. It just died. Oh, that's fun. That's real fun. Oh shit, why am I not mounted? You know. I was gonna say, where the fuck is this person? There we go.
Mind over muscle.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
You won't survive me.
My goodness. Waste my time with this game. Now I feel what my players feel when I throw little pissants at them. Doifa doifa. To think, these types of enemies were once upon a time challenging. All right. Yeah, we're gonna need to rest anyways shortly, so let's go ahead and rest. Here to recover our what you call it?
Can't make the demons wait.
So we're pretty close to done with most of the things. We got the Outcast, so this is Kaylessa. Heart of Mystery, Dragon's Faith, Ninio stuff, talk to Sela. Oh yeah, I need that.
Beautiful. I noticed a small gap in your guard. When you strike to the side, you leave your shoulder open for a counter-strike.
Really? I never noticed. Get yourself a practice stick and show me.
Interesting. I like that, but don't like Regil. So, you know. We're actually going to go talk to Sela. I've not talked to her since the whole shtick with What's Her Bucket. I also think I need to go try to find the guy. Thorn or whatever his name is. You dead yet? Save. I met other elves that look just like Kaylessa. A gloomy shadow crosses his face. He remains silent for a moment, then says reluctantly, "A few years ago, a sect of demon worshippers was uncovered in Keonan, who were followers of Discari who had been brought together by his priestess, Anamora. Naturally, as soon as the truth was revealed, a hunt for these evil zealots was called. They are all marked with the same brand of darkness as their leader, the wicked Kaylessa." That's not. "The sect was soon destroyed, but some of the cultists managed to escape. I pursued them in order to eradicate their evil, root and branch." Sighing heavily, his lips curls in an expression of bitterness. "It is a great shame that the children of a noble nation have besmirched themselves with this taint. I would be grateful if this confession were kept between us. Found Kaylessa spying on my camp. You should be on the lookout for her accomplices. Her demonic masters must have sent her to plot against you. Since she's already made her way into the camp, she will strike soon. I hope you weren't as merciful with her this time." I let her go. She's not a threat to the Crusaders. She has deceived you once more. I'm gonna laugh when she has deceived me, like, repeatedly. And just finally, this guy just kills the shit out of this guy and then makes massive trouble for everyone.
Should I?
You know? File opening. Let's talk to Sela. Good to see you. Get this. Jana, the one who ran away when we were attacked by demons, never went back to her unit. Was seen running towards Numeria, like she deserted. Wow. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Or not the only thing. Our raid on the Houndheart's camp. I had the sinking feeling I had made a mistake. Dragging you into this, I mean. I should have known that a raid along the edge of the world wound wouldn't be so easy. I thought it was fine. But mostly I was wrong about a lot of people. About Jana, who lost her nerve and abandoned her friends. About Curl. I knew he was a thief, but I really thought he'd turned over a new leaf and deserved a little compassion and trust. And Ilan. I thought we were kindred spirits, friends through thick and thin. It's like I was wrong about him too. Mila looks at you closely, waiting for your answer. Don't lose your trust in people, Sela. But what if you made a few mistakes? It's no reason to give up on your ideals. Someone has to show people that there's a better path. You, my friend, needed that support. Thanks for listening to my grumbling and for helping me get to the bottom of this. I'm going to leave things as they stand. If I get the chance, I'll track down Jana and see if I can talk some sense into her. And find out why Curl did what he did. Can't stop thinking about what Elend told me in the end. I really have become more powerful than paladins who are far more experienced and selfless than me. Something not right about it. Servant of Iomade should gain their powers through dedicated personal effort. The only way to make sure they'll use the power for good. Our journey so far is all wrong. Means I need to be 3 times as hard on myself now. I do not agree.
I can handle it.
I don't agree. Let's run around the camp real quick. Oh shit. The Hell Knights are here. Right. Interesting. Oh, no. There's a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. It was incredibly interesting the power you and your companions received during the fight at the Great Garrison, and now my interest has been gratified. The power of your companions received has passed on to me as well, manifested after my usual reckoning. I believe I now present a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. The imprisoned cultist we kept for certain observations experienced this firsthand. Vigil's voice is unemotional, almost bored, but leaves no doubt as to the cultist's fate. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a critical moment is rare, but not beyond imagining. And in this case, part of the power that you received through this intervention has passed on to someone who joined you well after the fateful moment had passed. Seems to me like you're trying to find some pattern even in this. What if a miracle is just a miracle? Miracles do not exist, Vigil replies sternly. In the end, every so-called miracle turns out to be a manifestation of someone's will. Besides, I might have believed in a blind accident, but not in the accidental acquisition of great power in the exact moment when it was needed most. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. You must have some questions for me? We will actually come back in. I don't really want to go through all of that right now.
Can't make the demons wait.
And make the we can, actually. We are allowed to, legally, make the demons wait. Go talk to the queen real quick. See if she has anything new to say.
Beautiful.
Assuming not, because we haven't really progressed any of the story stuff. Ah! So you've allied with Regil de Ringe. As always, the Queen gets right to the point without any introductory remarks. I have not met him, but I have heard quite a lot. Hell Knights are powerful allies, and it would be unforgivable to reject their help in fighting the demonic threat. But they're nearly as dangerous as the army of the Abyss. What's more, they swear no obedience to me, and they don't half enjoy making a show of it. Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
So I've been told. Okay, well,
Here we go.
I guess we will finish talking to Regil next time we play. So, that is going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.